I'm super excited to take you through this flow today. It's going to be super fun. We are going to start on the ground, and if you do have any props with you, feel free to grab some blocks, a strap, a bolster, any yoga props you have, but just remember that you can do this entire flow without anything at all, so you don't need anything. The props are there to help you if you have them. So we are actually going to get started kneeling today. If this feels super uncomfortable in the knees, you're welcome to sit cross-legged instead, or just in any way that feels more comfortable for you. And we're just going to start by closing down the eyes, noticing the space, noticing our bodies. And in today's flow, I really want there to be an emphasis on, even though the poses are a little bit harder, it doesn't always mean we have to move super quickly. So sometimes it actually feels harder to hold a pose a little bit longer. So we're not going to be moving super fast today, but the poses will be quite challenging. So just see how that feels in your body and see if you can enter into this class with an open mind and just allow yourself to experience everything that this class has to offer. So when you're ready, closing down the eyes, taking a little moment just to check in, noticing what you can feel in your body, what you can feel going on in the mind. Maybe there's some thoughts running around there. Maybe we're thinking about something that happened earlier today. See if we can just start to let all of that go. Just allowing yourself to be here. And we're just going to start with a few deep breaths. If you want to place one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest, you can. Take a nice big deep breath in. And then a slow, soft breath out. Beautiful. Let's take two more like that. Nice big deep breath in. And a soft breath out. Beautiful. One more when you're ready. Big breath in. And a breath out. And just take note of how you feel right now in this moment. And if anything does come up in the class that feels challenging, just see if we can approach it with this idea that however we are right now, whatever we're feeling, just knowing that that's enough. Our poses don't have to look a certain way. They might look completely different from mine or from anybody else, and that's okay. We will have our own bodies. We're all going to make different shapes. So before we begin, just taking a little moment to set an intention, thinking about something you'd like to leave this class feeling. Maybe it's a feeling of accomplishment. Maybe it's just to feel grounded. Maybe it's to feel strong. Whatever it is, setting that intention in your mind now. And then let's take one more big breath in. And a big breath out. Beautiful. Wherever you are, slowly opening the eyes. We're going to come forwards into a tabletop position. So just bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, spreading the fingers nice and wide. We're going to warm up our wrists. So let's take some nice big circles into the hands, pressing into the fingertips as you roll all the way around. Noticing how that feels. We're going to be on our wrists a lot today, so we want to warm them up nice and well. And then switch directions, rolling around the other way. Good, nice. Let's come onto the back of the hand. So knuckles on the floor, fingertips towards your knees, just gently rocking forwards and back into the back of that wrist. And then switch over to the other side. Good, nice. So bringing the hands flat onto the floor, turn your wrists in so that they're facing one another. Now the closer your wrists are, the more intense this stretch will be. So just see what works for you. Take a little rock from side to side. Good. Now we're going to turn the wrists all the way around, so fingertips towards your knees. You're opening out the hands, facing backwards, and just take a little rock forwards and back. Good, nice. And then slowly release. Come back to kneeling. Give your hands a nice little shake out, maybe a little roll around, or you might roll them together. Anything that you need to there, maybe even a little wave if you want to. You can challenge yourself by doing the wave backwards. Feels really weird. Lovely, well done. And then give them a little shake out. When you're ready, hands onto the floor. We're going to tuck the toes under, take your knees about hip width distance apart again. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, float the knees an inch away from the ground. Now this is a really strong pose, so I want you to feel like you're pushing the floor away from you. Holding it there, engaging through the core. 2 more breaths. Big breath in. Big breath out. Lovely. 1 more big breath in. Big breath out. Good. When you're ready, send those hips up and back into your downward facing dog. And we can just start to pedal out through the legs a little bit there, bending into one leg at a time, stretching into those hamstrings. Good. And then find a little bit of stillness. See if you can draw your chest back towards your thighs, feeling that nice long stretch through the spine, trying to draw those heels down, but our legs do not have to be straight. Let's take another breath in and a breath out. Well done. Come up onto your tiptoes. You're going to walk your feet all the way up towards your hands. Come into a little forward fold here. So holding onto your elbows, take a little sway from side to side. You might shake your head yes or shake your head no, releasing any tension in the neck. Good, well done. Let's drop the hands down, slowly roll all the way up to stand. Amazing. Once you reach the top, nice big shoulder roll. When you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale to come up halfway. Exhale, plant your hands down, step your feet back. Either lower your knees or keep them lifted, it's up to you. Exhale, lower down. Inhale into a back bend, you don't have to go too far. And exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward dog. Take another breath in. And another breath out. Well done. Inhale, let's come forwards into your high plank. Now hands underneath the shoulders, you want to keep the core nice and tight and the bum nice and low. So you don't want it up in the sky, you want it nice and low. Take a big breath in. Exhale, slowly lower your hips to the right. See if you can keep your arms straight. Good, inhale back to the center. Exhale, slowly lower to the left. They don't have to touch the floor. Inhale, center, one more on each side. Let's go to the right, back to the center, and over to the left. Back to the center. Well done. Keeping this plank, let's bring your right knee towards your right arm and then push it back. Good. Left knee, left arm, and push back. One more on each side. Right knee and push back. Left knee and push back. Holding it there. Now we're going to turn this into a side plank. So you're going to bring your hips over to the right, but don't drop them down too low, and reach your left arm up towards the sky. Now, if you want to modify this, you can drop your bottom knee down, or we're going to keep them as they are. Wherever you are, we're going to take your top leg and see if we can lift it up to the sky. So even if your bottom knee is down, take a breath in. Exhale, look forwards, and as slow as you can, you're going to see if you can step that left foot all the way up to the top of the mat, keeping that twist, twisting on your back toe. Good. Take a big breath in there and a big breath out. Good. As you inhale, you're going to push off that hand, come all the way up facing the side of the room. Keep going and see if you can take your back hand onto the back thigh. Top arm reaches up and over. Good. Hold it there. Take a breath in. As you exhale, you're going to come forward, still facing the side. See if you can bring your right hand down to the floor. Now you can either stay here or you're going to lean into that front leg. See if you can find a revolved half moon. So your back leg is lifting, opening your chest out to the side. One more breath. Beautiful. Drop that foot all the way back down. Now we're going to come back into your side plank. So that left knee is going to lift all the way back up. Take a breath in. Exhale, step the left knee behind you this time. Maybe you come into your wild thing. Take another deep breath. And exhale. Slowly flip it over. Either take a rest here or you're going to take your vinyasa again. Slowly lowering down. Inhale to come up. Exhale to lift up and back. 2 deep breaths. Big breath in. And a breath out. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Well done. Let's come forwards into that high plank. We're going to take those little dips again. So right hips to the right side, back to the center, left hips, left side, back to the center. You've got this. 1 more on each side. Lovely. And last one. Good. Back to the center. This time our knee is going to come across. So opposite knee, opposite elbow, and back. Left knee, right elbow, and back. 1 more on each side. You can do this. Let's bring it in and back. Last one. Squeeze it in and back. Amazing. We're going to come into your side plank. So lean onto your left side this time. Right arm reaches up to the sky. If you need to modify, left knee comes down to the floor. Good. Take a breath in. Exhale. We're going to lift that top leg up. Hold it there nice and high. Look forwards as slow as you can. You're going to step that right foot to the top of the mat, keeping that twist. Well done. Take a breath in and out. Keep looking towards the side. You're going to come all the way up. Bring your back hand down towards the back leg. Top arm reaches up and over. Take a breath in. Good. Exhale. We're going to come into that little balance. So either just stay here with your left hand on the floor, or you're going to lean forwards. See if you can lift that back leg up into your revolved half moon. Wherever you are, 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. Good, drop your back foot down. Still staying in that twist. We're gonna come back into your side plank. Good, another breath in. Exhale, hands come down. Either take a child's pose here or move through your vinyasa, lowering down to the floor. Inhale into your back bend and exhale, downward dog. Take a deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and exhale. Well done. Coming up onto your tiptoes. We're going to walk your feet all the way up towards your hands at the top of the mat. Bend your knees, hold onto your elbows, take a little rock side to side. Now that was a lot on the wrist, so let's bring the backs of your hands down onto the floor. We're going to slide your hands underneath your feet until your toes come all the way up to your wrist creases, and just wiggle your toes to give your hands a little massage. You might even lean into the hands slightly, put a little bit more weight in there. Good. One more breath in. One more breath out. Amazing. Release your hands. Bend your knees. Let's come all the way up to stand. Good, nice. Well done. Take a nice big shoulder roll. And exhale, release the shoulders. Good. Now we're going to come into a couple of little balances from here. So starting with your right leg, hands onto your hips. We're going to bring that knee up, holding it there. Take a breath in and a breath out. Find that balance. One more breath and exhale. Now you have two different options here. First option, you're going to hold onto your knee. Second option, you're going to take your two-piece fingers and hook them around your big toe. See if you can keep that spine nice and straight. Now if you're holding onto the knee, you're just going to stay there. If you're holding onto the toe, you're going to kick that foot out in front of you. See if you can pull this right shoulder back. Good, nice. Hold it there. One more breath in. One more breath out. Good. Now stay a hold of the leg. If you're holding your knee, you can open that knee out to the side. If you're holding your toe, we're opening the leg out to the side. If you want to challenge your balance, see if you can take a look over your left shoulder. One more breath. And exhale. Bring it back slowly. See if you can keep that leg lifted. Now option one, you're going to stay here. If you want to take a slight different variation, we're going to swap hands. So this time your left hand is going to hold on to your right toe. Your right arm is going to reach back behind you and you're going to take a little twist. Maybe you look back behind you. One more breath. Good, you've got this. Bring it back to the center. Now we're going to take both hands all the way up to the sky. Release the leg. Kick it out as high as you can for 3, for 2. And 1, drop it down. Ooh, well done. My thighs are on fire. Well done, guys. You're doing so well. We just have one more leg to go on those balances. So when you're ready, big breath in and out. Let's take your left knee up so that knee is in line with that hip. 2 deep breaths here to see if we can find that balance. Feel nice and stable in that right leg. One more breath. Good. Again, the option is to either hold your knee or you're going to take your two-piece fingers, grab them around your big toes. Hold it there, relax the shoulders, take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, let's slowly kick that leg out in front of you. If you're holding onto the knee, just stay where you are. Can you pull that left shoulder back in? One more breath. Don't worry if the leg's not completely straight. Now wherever you are, we're going to open your leg out to the side, either with your knee or with your toe. And if you want to challenge your balance, maybe look over to the right-hand side. Don't worry if you wobble, I'm wobbling too. One more breath. Good, you've got this, you're almost there. Let's bring it back to the center. Hold wherever you are, or if you want to switch hands, you're going to take your right hand across to your left toe and reach that left hand back behind you. Good, hold it there for 3, for 2, and 1. Back to the center. You've got this last little bit. Kick up and hold as high as you can for 3, a little bit higher for 2, tiny bit higher for 1, and drop it down. Ooh, well done. Shake out those legs. Well done, guys. Let's step to the top of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale to come up halfway. Exhale, hands come down. Step or jump it back into your high plank. Inhale to come all the way up into a back bend. And exhale, back downward dog. Take a breath in. Exhale to release. One more big breath in. Exhale, release. Good. Let's drop down onto those knees for a moment. Send your hips back towards your heels, forehead down to the ground. And let's see if we can come back to our breath. Notice how the breath feels. Breathing in and out through the nose. One more big breath in. One more big breath out. Good job. Let's come back into your tabletop position. We're going to take your right leg forwards in between your hands, and let's take a couple of rocks. So as you inhale, you're leaning into the hips, lift the chest. Exhale, push all the way back, lift the toes. 2 more on this right leg. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. This time you're going to hold it here. Now this pose is our half split, so you can either stay in this position just working on really opening up that hamstring. If you want to give your full split a go, feel free, if you've got blocks, to have them either side of you, or little cushions if you need them. If not, you're going to wiggle your toes forwards and we're going to come down into your full split. Now don't worry if you're not completely touching the ground, that's fine. You want to try and get your hips facing the front. If you've got a little bend in your leg, it's totally fine. Wherever you are, we're going to take 2 deep breaths. So take a nice big breath in and a big breath out. You've got this. 1 more breath and exhale. Good. Now, the most ungraceful part is coming back out of this. So push your hands into the ground. See if you can slide that leg all the way back and through. Well done. Let's switch to the other side. Left leg forwards. Now come into those rocks. Inhale to lean forwards. Exhale, push all the way back. Good. 2 more. Inhale forwards. Exhale, push back. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Hold it there. Stretching into that hamstring, drop the head down, holding this half split. Now, again, you're welcome to stay here. If you want to come into your full split, you're going to start to shuffle your front foot towards the top of the mat. Maybe sliding that back leg down, coming into that split on the ground. If you're hovering, don't worry. If you need to place a block or a brick or a cushion, anything like that underneath you to help you feel supported, you're welcome to do that too. 2 big breaths. You've got this. Big breath in and a breath out. 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Amazing. Let's come out of it again. Hands on the floor. Lift your hips, slide that foot all the way back. Sometimes the mat comes with you on that one. And coming back into your tabletop position. Well done. From here, we're going to swivel your legs all the way around, so we're sat down onto the ground. Take your right leg out straight, left leg bent. Inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale, let's fold it forwards. Drop the head, relax the shoulders. Take a nice deep breath in. And then a deep breath out. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Slowly round all the way up. We're going to take your left hand out behind you. Sweep that right arm up overhead. Coming into that little back bend. Take a breath in. And exhale. Let's come all the way back down. Nice. Let's switch sides. So left leg out. Right leg in. Inhale to take the arms up to the sky, and exhale, let's fold it forwards. Relax the head, relax the shoulders. 2 deep breaths there. Big breath in and out. 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Good. Let's slowly roll all the way back up. Right hand out behind you. Lean back into that hand. Lift the hips, open through the chest. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, let's come all the way back down. Amazing. Let's shuffle up towards the top of your mat now. Feet flat on the floor, hands behind your knees. We're going to round the spine as you lean back. Now, keeping your feet on the ground, we're going to release your hands. Now, see if you can keep your body in this position. We're just moving our arms. That's the only thing that's moving. As you inhale, we're going to slowly lift the arms all the way up in line with the ears. Exhale, slowly lower all the way back down. Good. 2 more like that. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Last one, we're going to hold at the top. Inhale, lift all the way up. Hold for 4. Maybe lean back a little bit for 3. Maybe lean back a little bit for 2. And 1, come all the way down to the ground. And give your knees a nice little hug. Maybe rock from side to side. Good job. Well done. Now we're going to take your right leg down. Right hand comes across to your left knee. Drag that knee across the body and maybe turn your head to the left. Coming into a little twist from the spine. So just really slowing it down right now. Nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. And just allowing yourself to rest. After all of that hard work, can we allow our body to be still? Sometimes being completely still can feel a little bit harder than moving so much. So just notice if that comes up. Breathing in and out through the nose. Let's take 2 or 3 more breaths there, just in your own time. Every time you exhale, we're softening, we're releasing the body a little bit more. Allowing the body to feel heavy on the ground. Let's take 1 more deep breath in. 1 more deep breath out. Good job, bring it back to the center. Let's bring those knees in towards the chest, give them a nice little hug. And then this time left leg comes down, right hand comes across to your left knee. Left hand then comes across to your right knee even, and you're going to reach your right arm out to the side. Maybe turn your head to the right. And again, close down the eyes. Taking those nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. Every time you exhale, releasing, softening a little bit more. And just allowing your body to really unwind here. Notice how your spine feels. How does it feel to be still? And let's take 2 more deep breaths there. Big breath in. Slow breath out. 1 more big breath in. And a slow breath out. Lovely, let's bring it all the way back to the center. Bring your knees in, give them a nice little hug. Maybe rock from side to side. And let's take a little happy baby. So grab the outside edges of your feet, pressing your knees down, and maybe take a little rock from side to side there too. And then bringing your knees in when you're ready, round into a little ball. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, release the arms, release the legs. Come to lying down flat on your back, ready for your Shavasana. So let's take a nice deep breath in. And then sigh it out, let it go. Relax the shoulders, relax the eyes, relax the jaw. Relax the arms and the legs. And for these last couple of moments, you have absolutely nothing left to do. There's nowhere else that you need to be right now. Give yourself permission just to let go here. And if you have a little bit more time today, I'd really recommend that you pause the video here and take a little bit longer in your Shavasana. Otherwise, we can start to wiggle the fingers and the toes, maybe reach the arms up overhead, taking that nice big full body stretch, enjoying that feeling. And then keeping your eyes closed, roll over onto one side, take a little moment on the floor there to notice how you feel. And keeping the eyes closed, let's gently press yourself up to a seated position. So just taking your time to get there, moving nice and slow, resting your hands somewhere comfortable on the legs. Let's take a nice deep breath in and then sigh it out, let it go. Slowly bring your hands together at your heart center and just notice this feeling, this energy that you've created, and see if you can bring a little bit of this off the mat and into the rest of the day with you. Bow your head down towards your hands. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me in that powerful flow. I hope you all enjoyed flowing with me as much as I enjoyed teaching you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all again very soon.